went absolutely crazy. Oh, good grief. Goodness. Grief. Hey friends, it's me, Amy Rebecca, just an ordinary girl trying to live a not so ordinary life and taking you guys along on the journey. I have a question for you, which is, are you ready to step into Christmas? Based on my TikTok For You page, everyone else dove headfirst into Christmas about a month ago, and I'm going to tell you, I do not think I am ready to step into Christmas today. Not because I'm being a Scrooge and not because I don't love Christmas, but because I have the lurgy and I don't know that you can appropriately usher in festive cheer when you are also like coughing up a lot of gunk. You know, it just doesn't feel very celebratory. But if not now, when? Because tomorrow is December. You see what I mean? So at the very least, bare minimum, I need to put up the tree today. Get all my weirdo little decorations up. One thing about me and my family is that we do not do the whole super aesthetic matchy Christmas tree. Oh no, it's a hot mess. Most of the baubles on the tree have some kind of memory attached to them, so anytime that I travel to a new country, I buy a new bauble. I try and find something that kind of represents the country that I'm in, so not just a bauble that says the name of the place. Rats, ghosts, camels, dragons, you name it. And I could not love it more, honestly, because now every time I put up the Christmas tree and I'm looking at all the ornaments, it's fun and it's Christmassy, but also it reminds me of all the cool places I've been and all the memories I've had. It's just like double whammy of good cheer. I'm really doing the most to try and not look as sick as I feel, and I fear it is not working out. Now I look like the Christmas ghost. Whatever, rolling with it. I have 2 new Christmas decorations to put on the tree this year from places I visited. Let me show you. So this is the Christmas decoration I got in Dubrovnik where I went for my birthday. It's a little man in traditional Croatian dress and he has no face, which I feel like is the perfect Game of Thrones reference without being too on the nose. And when I went to Vegas, I got this for, may I add, $27 US. But it's really pretty, so I don't even mind that much. I mean, I kind of mind. But, I mean, it is what I bought it, so I obviously thought it was worth it. Got this on our way to the Grand Canyon as we were driving through Route 66. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's stunning. It's hand painted too. Or at least that's what they told me to justify the price tag. I need to take some kind of like lemsip desperately, have another cup of coffee, and then let's get stuck in and decorate this tree. We're off to a less than ideal start because we can't find the Christmas tree lights and I spilled coffee all over myself, so it's going well. No, the car park is so full. There are going to be so many people. This is my worst nightmare.
Take a deep breath.
But all of these are LED. The ones you want are compact.
Where to say?
It's, well, no, I've just assumed.
I want the command.
Horrific. But now, at least we can put the tree up. Alexa, play Christmas music.
Christmas hits from Spotify.
It's really loud. Well, what do you know? This year's advent calendar is a major 2-for-1. I got the Beanies flavoured coffee advent calendar again. I got sent one in PR last year and I just ordered myself one this year because I couldn't be without one. So day 1 was a jar of Christmas pudding flavoured coffee, which sounds gross, but it is in fact delicious. Although very hot still. So it's brought me so much joy this morning, and it doubles up as a tripod because that's what you're sitting on right now. Love that. Trying to put makeup on with a cold, it's like a whole thing. I need the makeup to cover how red my nose is. However, the makeup doesn't want to sit nicely because my nose is so dry and flaky. At least hopefully if I'm sick now, touch wood, I won't be sick on actual Christmas, maybe, hopefully. This morning we're off for a festive little treat, me and my mom. A couple of months ago we found this place called Missy's Bakehouse. I think I included it in my autumnal vlog. Anyway, it's on the Swansea Marina and they have the best pancakes I've ever tasted in my life. By a country mile, they're phenomenal. They have a Christmas menu that they've just put out, so we're gonna go and we're gonna have festive pancakes, but we're in a little bit of a rush. What's new? Because ever since I posted a TikTok about it, the TikTok went a little bit viral and now the queues are just like out the door, so we're trying to get there early so we can get a space. So you know what, I'm not even going to attempt to multitask anymore because you know that I'm just not good at it. I'm going to put all my focus into getting ready as quickly as I can, and I will meet you at the pancake place. Well, that took a little bit of a turn. Went and got our pancakes, absolutely delicious. The coffee was a 10 out of 10 and the pancakes were sublime. Then popped into town to do a little bit of shopping. Not my favourite thing, but that was pretty good. And then in the car on the way home, I started to get a migraine. And so by the time I got back to the house, I was like, okay, peace out, I'm just gonna sleep. Slept for like an hour and a half. I mean, not ideal in terms of content, like welcome to Vlogmas, watch me nap. So just sat down and watched a little Christmas film, chilled out, and now I'm feeling a lot better. It's this lurgy, I just can't seem to shake it. I picked up this cold 2 weeks ago, and every time I start to feel like I'm getting a little bit better, it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. But I'm determined to shake it off this week and then be done with it. And let me show you what I got at Primark. She went absolutely crazy, but don't freak out, I've not gone back to my old overconsumer ways. It's not for me. Years ago, I was in a very toxic relationship where I experienced emotional abuse and coercive control, and it's taken over a decade to kind of work through that and kind of come to terms with all of the ways that that really impacted and affected me. I'm still in therapy dealing with that, and that's okay. It's a process. I wrote about that experience in my book, and that felt like a turning point for me personally in this, like, it sounds so cheesy, but like healing journey. It really helped me in terms of just calling it out for what it was and reclaiming some of my autonomy in being able to tell my side of the story. Like, if you've ever been in a relationship like that, you experience so much gaslighting and you are so sometimes afraid to speak your truth and actually talk about what you've experienced that it silences you. And so writing the book felt like a huge milestone for me, and since then I feel like I've gone from strength to strength, and I feel a lot more comfortable sharing my experience and taking that part of my life and turning it into something positive. So now I really advocate for survivors of abuse, and I want to use my platform and use this space to do more positive work. So with that said, this Christmas I decided that I wanted to give back to my local Women's Aid. I worked with them earlier in the year. I did a Taylor Swift charity night and we raised like over £750. I think it was almost £800, and that was amazing. And I thought, okay, well, at Christmas time maybe I can get some friends and family members together and maybe we can buy some little like nice smellies and little gifts to give to the women who use those services. So I made a TikTok asking for advice of the kinds of things I could put in the gift bags, and so many people wanted to get involved. I made a little like GoFundMe Just Giving page, and people have been donating there so that I can go out and do hauls like this one and get stuff to put in the gift bags. I also set up an Amazon wish list and people have been sending me things from that. It's just been It's just been an experience of like the kindness of people is very uplifting. It is very heartwarming. So today I went and I spent some of the money getting some stuff together. So I got face wipes. I got some of the Primark sheet masks. You know that I absolutely love these, and at 75p each they are steal. And then I also got fluffy socks and gloves. So I got 14 of everything, and what I thought would be a really useful thing to do now is to pull out all of the stuff that I've been sent on Amazon, all of the stuff that I've bought so far, all of the stuff that everyone has contributed, and see if I need to like make up any numbers. I want to make sure I've got 14 of everything. I want the gift bags to be kind of as uniform as possible. Okay, I've made my little list. I know what I need to go and pick up this week, or if we're being honest with ourselves, probably just order from online. I've been in 2 shops this week and that's enough. If I could just not step foot in another shop between now and Christmas, that would be great. Also, if anyone's keeping score in the ongoing battle between me and the lurgy, I am not coming out on top. My head is really hurting again. Pull it together. But you know what? It may not have been the ideal start to the festive period, feeling snotty and like my brain's about to explode all over the walls. But I've still had a really nice weekend. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I have no real plans for what I'm doing this Vlogmas. I've had Vlogmases in the past where I've literally put out a video every single day of the month. I know I'm absolutely not going to be doing that because number one, I am in no way organized. Like that kind of thing, I used to have to plan at least a month in advance. Also, I just do not have the time. I started my new job last month and I'm in a period of adjustment, just like relearning how to manage my time with this new schedule. Like we'll get there eventually, but we're not quite there now. So I think maybe I'll just do weekly Vlogmas updates. How does that work for everyone? Is that okay? Okay, let's wrap this thing on up because I'm losing the will to live. Thank you so much for joining me for our first little Vlogmas update. Oh, if you want to get involved in my Bags of Joy appeal for Women's Aid, I'll leave the information in the description box down below in case you heard me talking about that and you were like, oh, that's something I really want to get involved in. I also know that at this time of year, especially at this time that we're in, funds are stretched. I understand that, and if you can't give, do you know what? Send some love, send some positive vibes, and that will be enough. But if you would like to donate or send something off the Amazon wish list, I will leave the information in the description box down below, and of course it would be incredibly appreciated, but don't feel like this isn't a guilt trip. If you do, I love you for that, and if you can't, I love you anyway. On that note, please do remember that I love you so much. You are enough just as you are, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.